It is chilly. I have a blanket. I just had my evening cigarette and I started watching this person's video on their mental health. I will link the video. And I tried to watch the whole thing. I got almost to the end and then stopped and started filming myself. Because I had a lot of thoughts in my own head about the video. And basically it's this girl, she is so pretty and she's clearly done really well for herself socially, she's got a good job and she was saying she's got all this stuff, but she wanted to make a video about her mental health to show that things aren't always good and that she's not always happy. And she put a few clips in of her basically crying and saying that she felt shit and she felt lost. Yeah, I mean, I get her, and I fully get the reason for doing that. I completely get it. It didn't grab me, and that's not that doesn't matter. It's her story and it's her life and stuff, and that's for her. When I think of all the things that make me anxious and feel lost and feel these things, I can't help feeling like they're just gonna say what's in my head. They're more valid. Isn't that mental? I'm thinking about being on the beach and how when I first got there, I suppose, what's that thing that peacocks do? I was showing my feathers and I wanted to be a really strong, outgoing, down for anything kind of girl. You used to get it in your fishnets, now you only get it in your nightdress. And when I went back and I was more comfortable, I didn't want to go in the sea in the middle of the night. I was cold and I wanted to snuggle up in bed, and that's all I wanted to do. And I find I get frustrated with myself about that, because I suppose the idea of myself in my head is someone who is a certain way, but then my actions don't align. And I don't know, there's two schools of thought on that. One is stop being a pussy and just do the things that you want to do, and the other is maybe there isn't a need. I'm trying to sit outside in the cold for a bit longer than I want to try and build up an exposure to the elements, because I suppose an insulated existence is quite hard to sustain, but it seems to be what I want. And I also am just thinking here I am vlogging to myself and there's two people inside that I could be hanging out with instead, and I'm constantly thinking about those relationships and thinking oh, what could I do, how could I be better, and I don't see how to exactly. And I think that I'm just realising that for me it's just continuing to talk to myself, and try and find bridges between myself and the world around me where I want, and that how I'm going to fit into society is going to be an ongoing question for me. But the good thing is, when it comes to vlogging, I don't need to have an answer to that right now. It's something I can do regardless of whether or not I fit in, regardless of how fat my face is, or how much I want to go outside. But there's always that niggle, it never goes away. And I'm trying to analyse people's intentions, and why we all do what we do, and why some videos are more entertaining and more grasping than others, and how I feel when I'm watching a video, and if it's giving me what I'm looking for, which sometimes is relatability, which sometimes is escapism, which sometimes is hope, I guess, motivation, or any of those things. So So yeah, so this girl, my message to her is that she's just someone who I'd love to see speak, like I'm saying, in kind of free flow. Like the editing, again, maybe it's just a habit that I haven't got, so that's why I'm saying it, because obviously it's more aesthetic to watch a video that's well lit and stuff, but it does mean that you have to be in you don't catch the moment in the same way. Like you have to be in a certain frame to do filming in that way, and I seem to just be really interested in the literal moments of life and creating good ones and feeling the bad ones and trying to kind of bridge all of the ways that we're hiding, like playing hide and seek, back together, so that we're not all just constantly hiding and only showing certain sides of ourselves. Like I guess the importance of getting dressed and standing up and performing a role in life is that, yeah, the show must go on, and we must, I suppose we must act, we must wear our uniforms and do our thing, and I'm just trying to find mine. And I feel a gravitational pull to go and spend time with my dad when I'm here. I'm very aware of the people around me and of wanting to keep them company, even if I don't know what to do or how to relate or how to stay feeling like myself in those moments. But that's what I'm gonna go do now. Bye.